When I first meet with my clients, we go into goal setting, and part of goal setting is we set the goal and then we come up with reasons why people want to reach that goal. Sometimes we get pretty deep, and oftentimes, and I'm probably saying more often than not, people use self-hate as a motivator. And you may relate. I can relate to this in the past. People use, I feel disgusted with myself. I look at myself and I feel like shit. I look hideous. I look unattractive. I can never be loved if I look this way. You can think of plenty others, I'm sure. And self-hate, this notion that they are not good enough, is a major driving force, a major reason why they want to lose weight. Now, this method of motivation is not effective. And I know it's easy to say that, but it's very difficult to get out of this notion of disliking yourself when you've felt this way for so long. Now, why this is an ineffective motivator is because if you're coming from a place of self-hate, when you're using that self-hate as a motivator to improve yourself, you are just reinforcing that idea that you are hideous, that idea that you are unlovable. I am ugly, I am fat, I am hideous, so I'm going to improve myself, I'm going to lose weight so that I'm not this hideous person. But when you do that, when you work on self-improvement coming from this core base of self-hate, it doesn't remove the fact that you still think you're this hideous, ugly person, and you're just moving away from that. You still think deep down that you are this core, horrible, disgusting person. So in order to actually, and you'll see the cycle. So that's why sometimes people lose a lot of weight, but they always come back to who they really think they are deep down. They can't remove this real core disgusting person who they think they are when they're trying to stem from that core belief. This is another reason why you see many people going through the cycle of unhealthy and abusive relationships, because deep down they feel they're this person who doesn't deserve a healthy relationship. Logically, they think, why can't I find a good man or woman? Why can't I find a nice person? Deep down, they think they're this shitty person who doesn't deserve a good relationship. So they will logically think, I'm going to find a nice guy this time. But they keep coming back. They keep going through this cycle of who they really think they are and who they really think they deserve, which is not a good relationship. You can find patterns like this with all sorts of things in your life. But when it comes to health and fitness, if you come from this core place of self-hate, you will forever return to this place of self-hate. Even if you make progress, you will always regress back. But there is hope. But it gets pretty deep. So in order to stop this cycle of using self-hate as motivation, you have to accept that deep down, underneath everything, you are a healthy and fit person. Now, this is a lot harder it's a lot easier said than done. It's very difficult to do, especially if you've been overweight all your life, especially if you have no proof, you have no evidence that you are a healthy person. You weren't born that way. You weren't born an unlovable person. You are a lovable person, you are an attractive person, you are a healthy person. But somewhere along your lifetime, you were taught, you were told, society indicated, the media pushed you into this corner where you feel like you are not a lovable person, or you are an ugly person, or you're just not suited to being a healthy person. You have to delve into the subconscious. You have to delve back and recall memories where you felt this way, where you first felt this way. Oftentimes it might be a family member, or it might have been a friend in your youth, or it might have been something you saw on TV when you were very young that indicated that you are ugly, you are overweight, you are not lovable. That is completely untrue. But to drop this persona, you have to find those early memories that cause you to think that way, let them go, and understand deep down underneath, you are a healthy, lovable, attractive, intelligent person. And you are going to engage in behaviors that promote self-love to bring that person back to the surface. What I've described here is a difficult process, and it's not going to happen overnight, but know that there is hope, and know that there are methods to do this. And maybe in another video I'll go into those methods, because it does get pretty deep. But start looking into that. Start thinking back to when you first felt like you are someone who cannot be loved, or someone who is ugly and overweight. Feel the emotions, feel those sensations during those times, and you're going to have to think way back. And sometimes it's going to take a bit of time for that memory to pop up, because it's probably a very painful memory for you, because it's affected your life up to this day. But feel that memory, feel the emotions, accept those emotions, and let them go. Easier said than done, guys, but I hope I've given some people a bit of hope here to know you are attractive. You are a healthy and fit person. You deserve a healthy and fit body, because deep down you have it in you to get there. Peace.